Let me tell you, it's 9 million people who are in default right now and whose financial lives will be in your hands, and you don't even know who they are or where they are. So as part of Donald Trump's crusade to illegally abolish the Department of Education, Trump has moved the management of defaulted student loans from the Education Department over to the Treasury Department. Now, make no mistake, this is not a decision that is made to try to help people who are dealing with student loans. This is just a political stunt.
What happens when millions of Americans' financial future is on the line and the official responsible can't answer basic questions? That's exactly what unfolded during a dramatic Senate hearing as Senator Elizabeth Warren confronted a Treasury Department nominee over the administration's handling of defaulted student loans. The hearing quickly turned into a tense back-and-forth over student debt, Social Security benefits, and whether nearly 500,000 seniors could face cuts to their monthly checks. Stay until the end because this exchange raises major questions about accountability, government policy, and the future of federal student loan collections.
Mr. Brooke, how many federal student loan borrowers are currently in default under the Trump administration?
Well, thank you for the question, Senator. Treasury acts as a fiscal agent in a lot of these areas. As you know, the Bureau of Fiscal Service.
I'm sorry, I asked a very easy question. I'm not asking for a long oration here. The chair holds me on my time. How many people are you now dealing with? People who are in default on their student loans. You're going to be in charge.
Well, thank you for the question, Senator. I don't know the specific number, but it's more than it should be.
You don't have a specific number. How about a ballpark number?
Thank you for the question, Senator. I'd be happy for you to tell me the number.
You don't have a ballpark number. Do you have a general region of the country number? What planet it is on?
Thank you for the question,
That is how
Senator.
important this is to you, that you don't even know generally? Let me tell you, it's 9 million people who are in default right now and whose financial lives will be in your hands, and you don't even know who they are or where they are. Look, going into default is devastating for people. One potential consequence under federal law, Treasury can take away hundreds of dollars per month from Social Security benefits that seniors worked for decades to earn. Over the years, the government has used this power, it's called offsets, to cut over $1 billion from American Social Security benefits. And according to the latest data, seniors with student loans are about twice as likely to be in default than younger borrowers. So since this is all in Treasury's jurisdiction and all part of what you want to go head up, let me ask you, Mr. Brooke, if the Treasury Department were to use this power, do you know how many seniors with student loans could face cuts to their Social Security benefits?
Thank you for the question, Senator. I do not.
450,000, nearly 500,000 seniors who today are relying on those Social Security payments to come in, and you're going to have the power in your hands just to slice that off for them in order to pay on their defaulted student loan debts. So these cuts to Social Security benefits would be devastating for seniors. They're already squeezed by rising costs under the Trump administration. On average, borrowers who are subjected to Social Security offsets see their benefits cut by over $2,000 a year. And for many, that is the difference between living in poverty or not. Now, fortunately, we have had some bipartisan agreement on this issue. Last year, Secretary McMahon told me she would not restart Social Security offsets for student loan borrowers. But since Treasury took over defaulted student loans from the Department of Education, I've been asking the administration about whether or not that pause will continue. Mr. Brooke, can you commit to me this morning in this hearing that the Treasury Department will not take away Social Security benefits from seniors with defaulted loans?
Thank you for the question, Senator. Treasury is playing a fiscal agent role with respect to this program.
Yeah. So you're going to take this money away from seniors? Is that what you're telling me?
That's not what I said, Senator. If confirmed, I'd be happy to continue to work with your office on this issue.
Are you going to take the money away from the seniors or not? Department of Education had said they would not do this. All I need you to do is say we're going to follow the same policy that the Republican Department of Education was following, and I can't get an answer.
Thank you for the question, Senator. Be happy to continue to work with that.
And I'm not getting an answer here.
Secretary McMahon has been very clear on the issue.
I just want to say, I'm asking for the minimum here. I'm not into the 9 million people whose lives have been turned upside down. I'm just looking for the 500,000 people who are seniors. Just a commitment that they can count on getting that Social Security payment month after month after month without Donald Trump taking a big bite out of it. And I can't even get that out of this nominee. I'll be a no on you.
Don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribers button for more political and controversial showdowns.